City Manager Rick Holden along with us. That has a nice ring to it. You haven't been here since you've been officially named the city manager.
Well, Jimmy, I kind of like that ring. Absolutely, it does sound good, and I'm actually enjoying it.
Kind of recap the recent election, if you would. Also, the two propositions that were on the ballot.
Now, the two propositions, as you know, we had the 1/8 cent sales tax for each the police and the fire departments to be used for fire services and for police services, and those two propositions each failed. This time around, I think we could attribute that to a number of things, including the economy. But I don't know what the plans will be as far as the future goes with those regards, whether or not those propositions will ever be considered again or not. But certainly the elections did fail this time, and it wasn't due to lack of effort. I want to say that both groups, the fire group as well as the police group, did outstanding jobs putting together their packets and their presentations.
You've got a 60-day plan. Tell us about some of your plans, things on the agenda.
Well, the 60-day plan immediately started with both feet moving fast forward and no time to look back. So one of the first things we're doing is kind of analyzing our staff needs. We've already appointed permanent positions. We've named David Esquivel as our Assistant City Manager and Director of Public Works. We've named Kim Galvin as our Finance Director. I have one other position that will be filled in the near future, and that will complete our staff, and we'll be able to begin moving forward. The next thing will involve the convening of our council into completing at least a temporary strategic plan, I'll call it, that we will get started on, where we will enumerate specific things that the council has as goals that will give the staff, the council, opportunities to move towards those goals and to become accountable to the general public for those goals. And so we will actually establish those sometime within the next 30 days in a written form. That will help guide us through the budget process that we'll be involved with throughout the summer. We'll have the budget activity going on, staffing, budget, strategic planning, improving communications. I know you heard Gayle talk about her interest in the school and the county. We'll be working on opportunities to get those groups involved with the city so that we each know what each other is doing, what our concerns and issues are, and hopefully we'll be able to solve some of our joint and mutual problems together as groups. And so for the next 60 days, for sure, we're going to be moving fast and forward.
Citizens of Cleburne who want to get in touch with different different departments, not really sure maybe who to get in touch with. What do you suggest if they have a question, they have a concern, they have a problem? What's the best way to go about that?
I'm going to give a little credit to Charlie while I'm at it. I know he's standing here and he's filming us right now, but Charlie actually kind of helped bring some of the communications to our city. We'll be doing a lot of the Facebook. We'll be tweeting with Twitter. We have our website that people can go to, the Go Cleburne website. They can go to that and they can look things up about the community. They can certainly stop by City Hall. I really appreciate it when people take the time to stop by the City Hall and come into the offices, if nothing more than just to say hi. I think the participation in their local government is the best way they can do that, but we've got a variety of channels for them to be able to do that, and they can also listen where? To KCLE anytime they get a chance.
All right, we appreciate that. Dale Sturgeon, good to have you along with us this morning, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
On being reelected to the council. Tell everybody a little bit about Dale Sturgeon. A lot of folks know you, but for folks who don't know you, tell us about yourself, Dale.
Well, I've been here in town, living here for about 15, 16 years. My profession is education. I've been a music teacher here in town, and I've been a counselor in some other neighboring communities, and I'm currently a high school counselor over at Joshua. I'm real active at my church. I was the interim pianist until we got a replacement, and I've been that for the last 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, so, it's funny how those interims kind of become full-time, right?
Yeah, it really does. But I'm and I love it. It's great. When I first came to Cleburne, I came to Cleburne because I was the actual music minister at our church, and that just I stayed for about 3.5 years and felt a different direction. I was about to finish up my master's degree, and I thought, I really need to kind of redirect my focus, and so I stepped down from that and helped out any way that I could. But my life with my kids, my church, and my work, that's pretty much my life.
Yeah, and being a city council mayor takes a lot of time, and to being a really, you have to be devoted. Why did you decide, Dale, in the first place to run for city council?
Well, I get asked that question a lot, and I guess the biggest reason that I did was because I like serving. It's evident at church with all the things that I've been able to participate in. Any opportunity that I can help, that's what I really like to do. And my first term as a city councilman, getting the phone calls from folks in the city with issues that they're having trouble with, and being able to contact somebody and
help them with it.
Exactly. That was the thing that I really enjoyed. So being the servant, I think, was the reason that really got me moving towards serving in city council.
All right. Well, so this will be your second term as city councilman. All right. Tell us about some of your goals as far as the city is concerned.
Well, I think my main goal is all centered around 121. With new stuff that's going to be coming our way, with that highway coming through, we're going to be looking at growth. We're going to be looking at growing pains. So I'm really excited about what's going to happen. I think it's going to be great for Cleburne. We're going to see growth. We're going to see increased revenue. But to get to that point, that's going to be the biggest challenge. We've got to make some decisions that are going to be kind of tough, but we're all working together for the betterment of Cleburne, and I'm hoping that, I appreciate the trust that the folks that voted for me gave me, and they'll trust me to go ahead and make the right decisions for the betterment of Cleburne.
You mentioned that. What's the progress? Kind of give us an update on that project.
Well, I think they've cleared the last hurdle as far as gathering up all of the right-of-ways or the property that they're needing to get. There was an environmental study that they were waiting on. That I think they've got finished, and so if I remember right, they're going to start the bidding process in August. So, and they're looking at late 2013, early 2014, I believe, for that to come through.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about that.
You, Gayle White, on your re-election to the Cleburne City Council, and tell us a little bit, like we did with Dale, tell us a little bit about Gayle White for those folks who don't know you real well.
Okay, I have lived here in Cleburne most of my life. I'm a retired nurse. Took my training out here in the old Johnson County Memorial Hospital, and then worked in the Walls Hospital for a short time, and then for Dr. Hanson, Dr. Gates. We had a business here on West Hill, the Cleburne Mechanical, some time back, and then we sold that. I've always been interested in Cleburne and what's going on, whether it's county, city, schools. I try to make every meeting I can just to be in the know of what's going on.
Some of your goals what are some of the things you're kind of looking forward to?
We have new management now, and I'm looking for a partnership with him to see what's going on and listen to the citizens here and see what their likes and wants and needs are, to what we can do and accommodate them. This is an exciting time to me. We have so many changes coming up, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to all this. Yes.
All right. Kind of your thoughts too, and you were on the council that decided to bring or to name Rick. He was the acting city manager, but to name him the permanent city manager here in Cleburne. Some of the reasons why you all decided to do that.
There's an old saying, dance with the one that brought you.
There you go.
We know Rick. We watched him inside out as assistant manager. The people in the town talking about him, supporting him. So I have found him to be true, look you in the eye and tell you what's going on. So I appreciate that, and we need someone that will do just that, and work with us. And he's doing what he said he'd do.
All right.
So I appreciate him.
Okay, very good. Anything else you'd like to mention to the folks out there, Gayle?
Just I appreciate everyone that voted. I was a little bit disappointed in the turnout in general for all of Cleburne. I'd like to have seen more voters participate, but thank you for the ones that did, and we're looking forward to this next 2 years.